How is it going, Databases? No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Murder Mystery 2. Today we are here on Murder Mystery 2 because there is finally an update to the game. That is right, guys. There has been an update to Murder Mystery 2 that literally just dropped today, so that is actually really hype. And for this update, the month of April is officially over. That is right, guys. April is finally over after several months. I mean, yeah, you guys know that's how the months work. We have February, and then April, and then August, and then October. That's totally how the months of the year go. Oh, this one doesn't even say a month. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, if we take a look at the shop, you will see that there is actually a brand new godly in the shop. We have the limited time Nebula godly. Now, first of all, this means that the egg blade is officially unobtainable. You can see the egg blade. This is what we had for the month of April. This was the limited time Easter godly. This godly is officially unobtainable now, so that's pretty cool. So that means hypothetically this godly could go up in the future because it should get more rare over time. But who cares about that? Because we have a brand new godly in the shop. We have the Nebula godly. This is awesome. As you can see, it's literally an outer space themed godly, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, guys, in this video, we are going to go ahead and buy this brand new godly. We're going to try it out in battle. And of course, we're going to talk about its current and future value. So yeah, if you guys are excited for this episode of Murder Mystery 2, then be sure to drop a like on this video. Helps out a whole lot. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe for more Murder Mystery 2 videos in the future. Also, guys, be sure to check out the limited time exposing scammers merch. The link is in the description. And also, guys, don't forget to use star code purple when buying Roblox or Roblox Premium because it will help me out to continue making these videos. But guys, let's go ahead and buy the brand new godly. So we're going to go to shop and we are going to go ahead and claim the new godly. There it is, the Nebula godly. Let's go ahead and buy this thing. 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go, guys. We just bought the godly Nebula. It should show up here at some point, hopefully. That'd be awesome. There it is. All right, the Nebula godly. There it is, the Nebula. So let's go ahead and claim it, and there it is in my inventory right there. That is awesome. However, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and purchase another godly for you guys. There we go. We have another Nebula, and I'm actually going to give away this second Nebula to one of you guys. So there we go. Now we have 2 Nebulas. So if you guys want the chance to win one of these Nebulas for free, all you need to do is go down into the comments and comment down below your Roblox username. And once you comment down below your Roblox username, you will automatically be entered into the giveaway. And after about a week, I'll go ahead and randomly draw a winner for the giveaway. So one of you guys can win the Nebula. So that'll be really cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and try out the godly. Now, unfortunately, I am no longer the murderer. So I think I'm going to have to go on to assassin mode to properly show this godly. So let's go ahead and teleport over to assassin mode and let's try out this new godly knife. Oh, and assassin mode still doesn't work properly. Reality is often disappointing. All right, I'm gonna have to go to a VIP server to show off this knife. All right, so here it is, guys, the new Nebula godly that you can buy in the Murder Mystery 2 shop. First of all, you can see that this godly is honestly pretty large compared to most of the godlies. I don't know, this one seems really tall compared to most godlies, you know what I mean? But this is an incredibly cool godly. You can see that most of the sword is completely gold. You can see that this part is gold, and the hilt is really cool as well. I like how there's like a bunch of gold around here and it's all like curved around. And what's also really interesting about this knife is the purple outline. You can see that there are, I guess, purple crystals around the sword as well. So yeah, we have these lovely purple crystals on the sword, and then we have some gold in the middle, and we also have some gold at the hilt as well. And then we also have a handle right here, which I think does also have a purple crystal at the very bottom. And you can also see that there is also some purple in the very middle right here. So there's a crystal here, there's one at the very bottom, and then there's also some purple around the knife. So yeah, this is honestly a really cool godly. I really like the colors of it. I like the purple and the gold on it. I think that's a really nice combination. This is an insanely cool godly knife. It is super cool to have this in the game. It is just another bundle godly, which I guess people are kind of tired of these purchasable godlies at the moment. But even so, this one's just super cool. I feel like the egg blade just looked kind of weird. I don't know. It wasn't that cool to me. But the Nebula, honestly, it just looks really, really cool. Even if it's just another purchasable godly, it's just really cool to have another purple godly in the game. But anyway, we are in the cloning machine. So I gotta go ahead and bring over the famous skeleton, and I gotta go ahead and clone myself. So let's see what happens. Let me actually take out the knife because sometimes the cloning machine can actually change the color of the knife, in case you guys didn't know. So we have the knife out. Let's go ahead and see what happens in the cloning machine today, because it's always exciting. and I got cloned. That is awesome, dude. And you can also see the Nebula on my clone as well. So there we go. There's the Nebula Godly once again. But yeah, guys, this knife honestly really reminds me of the gemstone. I think it's because of the purple crystals around the knife. Like the general shape of it, as well as the purple crystals, kind of makes it look like the gemstone. Now, obviously the gemstone is completely made out of purple crystals. And honestly, I don't even know if this is supposed to be crystals. Maybe this is supposed to be like purple fire or like cosmic flames around the knife, because I feel like that's kind of the only way for the Nebula to actually be like space themed. I mean, don't get me wrong, this knife is super cool, but I feel like it doesn't really look much like a space knife. You know what I mean? I don't see much that screams space to me, because this is supposed to be like a space-themed godly. So yeah, I don't really know. Maybe this is supposed to be like outer space on the knife or something, but it kind of just looks like purple crystals, and that's kind of what I'm gonna go with. But either way, it just really reminds me of the gemstone because of that general shape. Here's the gemstone on my side right here, and here's the Nebula. You can see that they're pretty similar knives, to be completely honest. Like, even the gemstone has that same golden handle. You know what I mean? It has that golden handle and the golden hilt. So I feel like it's really similar. That being said, the Nebula is definitely a visual upgrade to the gemstone in my opinion. I just feel like there's a bit more to the Nebula than there is to the gemstone. So even though these knives are really similar, the Nebula is definitely a visual upgrade. It just looks a lot better than the gemstone in my opinion. And I need to kill the famous Skeledonts with my new godly. I'm sorry, Skeledont. Good night. But here we are in the cloning machine once again. Let's go ahead and see what happens from the cloning machine this time around. Am I gonna get cloned again? Nope, I'm just gonna have a massive old noggin. That is a really big head, I gotta say. But yeah, overall, pretty cool godly knife. That being said, honestly, I think we need some godly guns for the next purchasable godly. I feel like so many of like the purchasable godlies have always been knives. Actually, no, every single purchasable godly in season 1 has been a knife. The Bio Blade, the Egg Blade, the Heart Blade, the Nebula. Even if we take a look at some of the event knives like the Cookie Blade and the Peppermint, like it's always a knife. It would be really cool to get a purchasable godly gun, because I don't believe we've had that in like forever. Like seriously, when was the last time we were able to purchase a godly gun? I think the last time was either a Mera Laser or Blaster, but even back then, like those also came with godly knives. Like it was a godly knife and a godly gun, so it was 2 godlies in one bundle, which should also come back. I should point that out. I feel like it kind of stinks how we just get 1 godly when in older bundles we were able to get 2 godlies, you know what I mean? So I kind of miss those old bundles where you would get multiple godlies, but you know, if we're not getting that, then we should at least get a godly gun for our next purchasable godly. I mean, Halloween's coming up soon, so it would be pretty cool to get a Halloween godly gun that you can purchase with Robux. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. But given the pattern in recent years, it seems like the Halloween gun is probably going to be in the case yet again. But I don't know, I would like to see it switched up this time. To be able to purchase a godly gun and then unbox the godly knife, I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. And then obviously we would get a ancient from the battle pass. Heck, let's get an ancient gun. We've never seen an ancient's gun like ever. There's not a single ancient's gun to ever exist. Every single ancient is also a knife, and I feel like we need to change that. We need an ancient gun. Like, even the Nyx Scythe is a knife, and it would be really cool to get an ancient gun, because we've never, ever had one before. Also, I got the big head yet again. That is just awesome, dude. I don't know. I mean, all the weapons in Murder Mystery 2 look really good. Like, whenever the game updates, it's a good update, but I feel like it's very formulaic, you know what I mean? Like, every single purchasable godly is a knife, and I feel like it can perfectly predict the Halloween update just because of how formulaic it is. We're gonna get a purchasable knife in the shop, and then the godly gun is going to be in the case, and then we're probably going to get an ancient knife. Probably going to be a scythe, because in the past 2 years it was always a scythe. Which, don't get me wrong, the scythes look really cool. The hollow scythe and the elderwood scythe. But you can see it's very formulaic. We're probably going to be getting another ancient scythe in the next Halloween event. And I don't know, I feel like it should be switched up a bit more. Anyway, speaking of guns, I'm kind of struggling to find, like, a good gun to go with the Nebula, because people like to try and pair their godlies together, and so far Elderwood Revolver is kind of the closest thing I can get. but I don't know, I feel like these are like really different. There's really not a lot of bright purple godly guns in the game that I can really think of, unfortunately. Yeah, honestly, I have almost every single godly in the game, and Elderwood Revolver is the best I can come up with to come with the Nebula. There's really no bright purple godlies in the game. I mean, the Elderwood Revolver is kind of purple, but I feel like it's mostly black. And there's really no black on the Nebula at all, so it doesn't really go that well, to be honest. Let me know if there's any godly guns in the game that you think would go well with the Nebula knife, because I can't really think of anything. Really? Big head 3 times in a row? Dang, dude, I'm just gonna stab Skeletons. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the value of the Nebula godly knife. What is this godly going to be worth? Now, do keep in mind, there are multiple value lists. I'm probably just gonna use mm2values.com because that's typically the most popular value list. But obviously for other value lists, it might be a bit different. So at the time of this recording, the Nebula is not currently on the value list, which, I mean, to be expected. This is a very new godly. However, because it is a purchasable godly, we can make a pretty accurate prediction on what the knife is going to be worth. Most purchasable godlies end up being worth around 20 seers in value. Some of them actually end up being worth around 15. The Prismatic is 15. The Bioblade is 15. The Eggblade is actually 18, which is kind of weird. But other purchasable godlies like Frostbite, Peppermint, Cookie Blade, Heartblade, they're all worth 20 seers. So realistically, that's probably what the Nebula Knight is going to end up being worth. It's probably going to be worth around 20 seers, which really isn't all that much in the grand scheme of things. However, guys, do keep in mind that the Nebula Godly is a limited time godly. We don't really know when this is going to go off sale just yet. However, I can imagine the Nebula going off sale once the Halloween event starts, because then we're probably going to get another purchasable godly with the Halloween event. So I'd say this knife is probably going to be on sale until Halloween the latest. And once this knife goes off sale, it will be completely unobtainable, and then it's going to start going up in value in the future. So eventually this could end up being a pretty valuable knife. But for now, it's probably not going to be worth all that much because it is just a purchasable godly, alright? Purchasable godlies that you can just buy with Robux, they're really not worth all that much because all you have to do is spend some Robux and then you have the godly. There's really no luck involved. There's no skill involved to it. You have the Robux and you get the godly. There's really not much else to it. So yeah, if you want to get this thing for yourself, again, you can totally just buy Robux with it. Use star code purple if you want to buy the Robux to buy it for yourself, or you could just trade for it. If you have a few godlies on you, then it really shouldn't be too hard to trade for this thing, because compared to other godlies, it's not really going to be all that valuable. But you probably do want to get your hands on this thing before it becomes unobtainable, because it's going to be a lot harder to get this thing once it goes off sale. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Once again, brand new godly knife in Murder Mystery 2. Be sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Murder Mystery 2. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and those other things that YouTube people do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.